Who that?
Hey, nobody record.
Only Al can record. And I'm top dog. Al Productions. Well, we on live.
Good move.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get away. No. Now you already know you can walk, but you already know what you got.
What are you doing?
Floyd Mayweather is officially back in the mix. And this time, he's not just sitting on the sidelines. The boxing legend is stepping in to guide his former protege back into the heat of battle.
God dang, you know, he got the two baddest people in the business and on this, what you call it, that's Al and Floyd, you know. Respect Floyd to the utmost, man. Just let me just come in.
Floyd Mayweather is officially back in the mix. And this time, he's not just watching from the sidelines. The undefeated legend, known for his impenetrable defense and surgical ring IQ, has joined Gervonta "Tank" Davis's camp ahead of the highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul. Mayweather's presence signals one thing. This fight is bigger and more personal than anyone expected.
Good move.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get away. No. Now you already know you can walk, but you already know what you got.
Tank Vince out on social media. He's been through a lot, you know, throughout his life. So, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him.
And here's the twist. This reunion runs deep. Gervonta "Tank" Davis was signed under Mayweather Promotions from 2015 to 2022, a solid 7-year partnership that helped mold him into one of boxing's biggest names. But the two went their separate ways right after Davis delivered a brutal knockout win over Rolando Romero, his final fight under Floyd's promotional banner. Now, with Mayweather back in his corner ahead of the Jake Paul bout, fans are wondering, is this just strategy or the rebirth of a powerful alliance?
Snapchatting me.
Okay.
Cap hit me on the Snapchat, so they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it.
Now, seeing them back together feels like a student returning to the professor who taught him the art of not getting hit. Inside the gym, Floyd is in his element, doing what he does best. He's sharpening Tank's signature shoulder roll, fine-tuning his counterpunch timing, and making sure every movement reflects that signature money team precision, that it's not just training. It's a masterclass.
That Tank boxing skills is really better than his power. He just didn't have to use his boxing skills, but Tank can really box his ass off. And so when we in a boxing gym, Sean, as you've seen me tell Tank a lot of times, stop always resorting just to your power and use your boxing skills.
It's not just training, it's mentorship reborn. Floyd is teaching Tank how to turn chaos into control, how to make opponents swing at air, and how to dominate with pure composure. And Tank, he's locked in, sharper, calmer, and more dangerous than ever. This isn't just another fight camp, that it's the reunion of two eras, and the boxing world better be ready.
If you act like this.
But it happens a lot in boxing, though, right?
Oh, yeah, because
to be
it's
common in
strategic.
boxing, yeah.
Floyd was telling him all these things.
Floyd's giving this counsel to
Yes.
Gervonta.
Who do you think is telling him to do the rehydration clauses and not, putting all these stipulations on me? You can't do this, you can't do that. The ring needs to be this size. It's Davis Garcia. It's not.
The master with the blueprint, and the student built to perfect it. Because when Floyd Mayweather decides to train you again, you're not just preparing for a fight, you're preparing to be untouchable. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any juicier with Floyd jumping back into Tank's corner, boom, here comes Robert Garcia, dropping truth bombs like he's calling out the entire sport. The man didn't hold back. He basically said, yeah, Tank's great, but he never gave us the fights we wanted.
Never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. he didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. You know, Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly.
And you know what? Robert Garcia is not wrong that we've been waiting for years, waiting for those legacy-defining showdowns. The Raleigh rematch, the Shakur-Stevenson clash, the fantasy matchup with Loma. But instead, Tank's been signing autographs and sparring heavyweights just for kicks. Garcia even pointed out how Floyd always ran it back when the public questioned him. Castillo, Maidana, boom, instant rematch. Statement made. But Tank, he just kept it moving, like a man who ghosted his toughest test.
30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making. If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for 20.
Don't get me wrong. I get where Robert Garcia is coming from. AS fans, we want the smoke. Real fights, real drama, legacy moments. But then you see Tank pulling in upwards of $50 million for an exhibition against Jake Paul. And you start thinking, hold up, would any of us say no to that? Let's be real that if Jake Paul offered you the kind of bag, you'd be lacing up gloves by tonight. And that's where Garcia's take gets interesting. He doesn't like it, but he gets it. Because at the end of the day, when Tank retires, the belts might collect dust, but that kind of money, that takes care of generations.
You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought. The only thing that matters is that he's gonna be able to take care of his family, himself, for the rest of his life, and that's the most important thing. So I don't disagree with what he's doing. Do I like it? No, but I don't disagree.
So yeah, maybe we didn't get the fights we wanted, but Tank got the life he wanted. And honestly, that's a different kind of victory. Just when Robert Garcia had us talking legacy, respect, and missed opportunities, boom, Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis flipped the script and turned into the $1 Million Mayhem Show, a KO bonus. Bro, that's not boxing. That's a video game side quest with real-life consequences. Jay came out and said there's a big knockout bonus on the line, and I swear I could. Hear Tank grinning from another time zone. Because when you dangle that kind of money in front of a guy like Tank, suddenly every punch feels personal.
Well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
The big knockout bonus.
Okay. So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
A bonus? A knockout bonus? Hold on. Let's go back and confirm a few things. So there will be a winner and a loser, unlike that Floyd Mayweather-Logan.
This ain't just about pride anymore. That's about who walks out of Atlanta with a few extra million, and bragging rights the size of an ego boost. And let's be real, 12-ounce gloves, pro judges, real stakes? Call it an exhibition all you want. That a legalized street fight with paperwork. I'm sitting here thinking, if Tank lands one of those signature lefts, Jake's influencer career might buffer midstream. But hey, you've got to respect Jake. The man's out here betting millions on himself like. He's playing Monopoly with real money that's either confidence or a caffeine overdose. And we're about to find out which. But here's the real kicker. With a KO bonus, side bets flying, and the crowd ready to erupt. This fight, it's not about records anymore, that it's about reactions.
Brother and Floyd. No, correct. There's gonna be a winner.
And there will be a KO bonus. So whoever wins by KO, they get a big bonus?
Well, there's like a big knockout bonus. Okay. So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
And TKOs are included.
What about, does TKO count? Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm betting $10,000 on Gervonta Tank Davis to knock out Jake Paul on my...
If Jake wins, the internet explodes. If Tank wins, he becomes the face of poetic justice. Either way, someone's walking away richer, someone's leaving sleepier, and all of us, we're tuning in like it's the season finale of boxing's most unpredictable soap opera. Just when you thought the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis circus couldn't get any crazier, enter Antonio Magic Man Tarver. And bro, he's dropping straight facts. Tarver basically said what we've all been secretly thinking. This fight might look a little weird. Sure, we've seen David versus Goliath before, but this one's got Netflix cameras, a size gap big enough to park a truck in, and Tank trying to punch uphill like he's fighting in VR mode.
Well, you know, Jake's a businessman, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? But Gervonta Davis is a fighter. You know, he's a champion fighter, and hey, but it's a great event, man. It's gonna be huge. Netflix is involved, and anytime you got those big players involved, it's gonna sell. So
here's the thing: Tarver wasn't hating; he was just keeping it real. We all know Jake's got that "I own a supplement company" kind of power, but Tank's got that blink and you'll miss it kind of precision. Tarver's right though. Looking at them, it's gonna be wild. Jake's built like a linebacker. Tank's built like a grenade. You do the math. One's trying to detonate, the other's trying not to get vaporized, and I get why Tarver's interested. This isn't your typical matchup. It's boxing's version of a glitch in the Matrix. You, me, and everyone watching knows this. If Tank lands clean, it's lights out. But if Jake uses his size smartly, keeps his distance, and turns it into a power chess match, we could be in for the weirdest, most entertaining exhibition fight in combat sports history.